This video brought to you by jadedpainting.com. If you need your miniatures painted to a tabletop standard, check out jadedpainting.com. Hey everyone, welcome to another painting tutorial. As always, my name is Jay and I'll be showing you how I painted this Black Legion Chaos Space Marine Biker, one of the more awesomely upgraded models in the new Chaos Space Marine Codex. I began with the model primed with a matte black primer. I really prefer the matte black look for Black Legion as opposed to the shiny black look. I painted the tires as well as doing an edge highlighting around the entire set of armor and the motorcycle itself with gray liner, an awesome product from Reaper. It is a very, very dark matte gray that under certain light conditions appears black, while when light hits it appears very dark gray. And it is excellent for doing a first edge highlight for Black Legion armor. As you can see, I'm just doing very thin bands going completely along the edges of the armor, as well as the motorcycle. For the front of the motorcycle, I had to be very careful when doing the edge highlighting and to carefully drag my brush along the surface. I then did a second highlight over these areas with Administratum Gray. For this edge highlight, I just went along a little bit further along the edges than I did with the previous step, and a little bit further away from the edges, so that in between the black and the Administratum Gray would be the gray liner. That way there's a really nice blend from the dark armor to the Administratum Gray. As with the other highlight steps, the step took a little bit of time, seeing as there were a lot of places to give edge highlighting to. And with the armor done, I started in all the silver metallic areas with a heavy base coat of Lead Belcher, the silver base color in the Citadel range. Luckily, Lead Belcher does an awesome job of going over our matte black primer with relative ease, so it doesn't take very long to get a really nice even coverage. And as always, as I recommend with all my base coats, make sure you have really nice even coverage of all the area before proceeding to the shading and highlighting. And as the two dominant colors in this model are black and silver, this step took obviously a lot of time, and I focused on the tailpipes and all the trim of the motorcycle, as well as the armor of the Chaos Space Marine, other than the gold shoulder pad armor. So for this step, I recommend taking your time and doing very nice, even, thin brush strokes on the perimeter of the armor and the trim of the motorcycle, as well as the silver areas of the guns and the insides of the tires. As you can see here, I'm doing the perimeter of the front end of the motorcycle and getting a really nice even coat with a relatively large brush, since it's a large surface area. And then I did the triangle part of What I really like about the Black Legion is the very nice contrast between the very bright silvers and the very dark blacks, and combined it really does create a really nice eye-pleasing appearance on this armor. And I also painted the vents on his backpack as well as the arrows on his backpack with lead belcher. And when this step was finally complete, the next step is to obviously give it some shading. So I gave all of these areas a non-oil shading. If you really want to give it a dirtier appearance, I recommend a 1-to-1 mix of non-oil and Agrax Earthshade. I just wanted to keep the appearance more pristine, so I went with just non-oil. And with this step nearing completion, we can turn our attention to finishing up these silver areas and finishing up the rest of the model and making it look really awesome.